Hello, my name is Julio Miguel A. Fernando, a member of Group 2, Section NW301, and in this video, we are going to tackle the first topic given to our group, entitled Finding the Area of a Triangle whose three vertices are given using determinants. In triangle vertices, the vertices of a triangle is represented as x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2, and x sub 3, y sub 3. As you can see in this graph, we have points 1, 2, and 3. It is represented by x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2, and x sub 3, y sub 3. The formula for finding the area of triangle whose three vertices are given using determinants is area is equals to 1/2 positive negative multiplied by the first point, second point, third point, and at the last point is all 1. So for our first given, we have vertices 1, 4, 6, 3, and 7, 9. Let's go to the solving part. So we have here vertices 1, 4, 6, 3, and 7, 9. First, represent each vertex with its proper variables. X sub 1 for 1, y sub 1 for 4, x sub 2 for 6, y sub 2 for 3, and x sub 3 for 7, and y sub 3 for 9. And as for our first step, substitute the given appropriately. X sub 1 for 1, y sub 1 for 4, x sub 2 for 6, y sub 2 for 3, and x sub 3 for 7, and y sub 3 for 9. And at the last part, we have all 1. This part is always 1. And for our second step, get the 2 points for each vertices. 1, 4, 6, 3, and 7, 9 will be transferred to the right side of the matrix. Third step, multiply and subtract the vertices as follows. We have here slant lines to represent which numbers we are going to multiply and subtract on the latter part. As follows, 1 times 3 times 1 plus 4 times 1 times 7 plus 1 times 6 times 9 minus 7 times 3 times 1, 9 times 1 times 1, 1 times 6 times 4. We have 3 plus 28 plus 54 minus 21 plus 9 plus 24, which will result into 85 minus 54, and in return we have 31. So we got the 31. Let's multiply 1/2 to 31, which will return into 15.5. Therefore, the area of the triangle for vertices 1, 4, 6, 3, and 7, 9 is 15.5. Let's proceed to our second given, with vertices 2, 5, 7, 4, and 9, 11. For vertices 2, 5, 7, 4, and 9, 11, first and foremost, represent each of the given with its proper corresponding variables. As for our first step, substitute the given into our matrix. X sub 1 for 2, y sub 1 for 5, x sub 2 for 7, y sub 2 for 4, and x sub 3 for 9, and y sub 3 for 11. And as always, the last part is always 1. Second step, get the 2 points for each vertices. So yeah, 2, 5, 7, 4, and 9, 11 will be transferred to the right side. For our third step, multiply and subtract the vertices as follows. Area is equals to 1/2 positive negative the matrix into the slant form, which will result into 2 times 4 times 1, 5 times 1 times 9, 1 times 7 times 11, minus 9 times 4 times 1, 11 times 1 times 2, 1 times 7 times 5. In result, we have a plus 45 plus 77 minus 36 plus 22 and plus 35, which will result into 130 minus 93. And as a result, we have 37. Area is equals to 1/2 positive negative 37 will be 37 over 2, and in return we have 18.5. Therefore, the area of the triangle for vertices 2, 5, 7, 4, and 9, 11 is 18.5. That's all for our first topic. Thank you.
Hello, and welcome to the second topic of Group 2 entitled Transforming Matrices in its Raw Echelon Form. Next slide, please. For the first step, convert or transform any linear equation to a matrix. In this example, we have x plus y plus 2z equals 7, 2x plus blank space minus 3z equals negative 10, blank space plus 2y plus 3z is equals to 8. Next slide, please.
Okay. For the next step, the matrix, once we got its matrix form, we can start solving it and transforming the matrix in its row echelon form. In this example, in row 1, we have 1, 1, 2, 7. In row 2, we have 2, 0, negative 3, and negative 10. And in row 3, we have 0, 2, 3, and 8.
Swap row 1 with row 2. In this example, row 1, 2, 0, negative 3, negative 10. Row 2, 1, 1, 2, 7. Row 3, 0, 2, 3, 8.
By performing this equation, R2 minus 1 half times R1 cancel leading coefficient in row 2. So in row 2, we have 0, 1, 7 half, 7 over 2, and 12. Next, swap row 2 with our row 3. So we have 2, 0, negative 3, negative 10, row 2, 0, 2, 3, and 8, and last 0, 1, 7 over 2, and 12.
We will now cancel the leading coefficient in row 3 by performing R3 is equals to row 3 minus 1 half times R2. We now have the matrix 2, 0, negative 3, negative 10. On row 2, we have 0, 2, 3, and 8. On row 3, we have 0, 0, 2, and 8.
So finally, the matrix in its row echelon form. We have the example. In row 1, we have 2, 0, negative 3, and 10. In row 2, we have 0, 2, 3, and 8. And lastly, row 3, 0, 0, 2, and 8. And there you have it, the matrix in its row echelon form.
Let's proceed to our second given. We have linear equations x plus blank space plus 6z is equals to 12, blank space plus y plus 9z equals to 18, blank space plus blank space plus z is equals to 36. So, as our first step, we need to convert the linear equations to its matrix form. We have 1 for x, 0 for blank space, 6 for 6z, and 12 for our sum. And on our second row, we have blank space for 0, 1 for y, 9 for 9z, and 18 for our sum. And on the last part, we have 0 for blank space, 0 for another blank space, and 1 for z, and 36 for the sum. And since it's already in its row echelon form, we don't need to perform any operations anymore. So we just rewrite the answer: 111, 000, 069, 12, 18, and 36.
And that concludes the midterm video tutorial of Group 2 with members yours truly, Julio Miguel Fernando, Louis Ganya, Sean Kevin Evangelista, Kirby Dizon,
And
Gabe Cometita. Thank you for listening and watching.